Hi everybody, it's Daphne and you're very welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to spend some of your time with me today. I am doing my weekend makeup look, and this week's look, as you can see, is slightly more daring than I would normally choose, but I bought a beautiful new eyeshadow from MAC. It's one of the Pro Palette refills and it's called Stars and Rockets. I'll show you the colour itself. It looks quite scary, but actually you can sheer it out quite easily. And that's it there. So I have it on the inner part of my eye, and the technique, I've also used the LA Girl Wanderlust palette as well for one of the colours, and I've used that technique. I think it's called a rainbow technique, where you put the stripes and then just blend them together. So I just was having a little play around with the colours, and I thought I would create this look and see what you think. So it could be nice for a party, it could be nice for a date night, it could be nice for a Christmas look, and it's more about the makeup look this week than, you know, what I'm wearing. I mean, I'm just wearing a very simple blue shirt and denim jeans. So if you want to see how I created this look, just keep watching. Okay, so I've prepped my skin, and I'm actually going to put as my foundation a mix of Note BB cream and a little of the Inglot by Maura Elements collection Endless Glow liquid illuminator, and this is in Gilded Glow. So I'm going to mix the two rather than putting the illuminator as a base. So that's the BB cream. And I'm going to mix in a little of this. I'll do it separately so you can see that this is the Endless Glow. So I'm going to mix those two together. Well, actually, nearly forgetting. Just for some extra coverage on my cheeks, I am going to apply my Sculpted by Aimee, the Complete Cover Up in Fair. And you can see it's well used. I just pop that onto my cheeks and anywhere I feel I have, you know, some pigmentation or redness. I don't really use it under my eyes because it's more a concealer than, you know, a brightener. I tend to use a lighter concealer under my eyes. So I just put that wherever I think I need a bit of extra coverage, but it doesn't make your makeup heavy or anything like that. So you can see it just kind of evens everything out. So back to this, and I'm going to use my blank canvas brush. I'm just blending the two together and starting on the center of my face and working out. So you can see that that gives my face a nice glow. It's not too heavy. I'm going to go in with my Inglot Brow Shaping Mascara, which is just a very quick, very handy way of applying your brow product without having too much faffing around, because sometimes I find with my brows I have to, you know, it takes a lot of work. So you can see there that that just picks up the natural hairs and gives them some colour and some hold. So I'll just do this one off camera. So that's the two brows done, and I think that just is a nice natural brow. For my bronzing and contour, I'm going to use my old favourite, and that is my Bobbi Brown bronzer in Golden Light. And I'm pretty much hitting pan on this. So I'm just warming up my forehead. And sculpting my cheeks just a little bit, because I want the focus of this look to be the eyes, because I'm going to introduce a lovely pinky colour, pinky purpley colour that looks quite scary, but it blends out beautifully. And then for blush, I'm going to use my Chanel, I think it's called Orchid Rose, number 15. That's it there. Beautiful, subtle colour. Really, really lovely. Not overpowering at all. Has a very slight sheen to it. Reminds me a little bit of MAC Warm Soul. I like to just place it rather than kind of sweep. Although I do those little circular motions. But I suppose in the past when I was younger, I would have just, you know, been doing, you know, that kind of movement. I don't really do that anymore. I try to place it where I want it and then make sure that it's blended. So I usually take as you know, a nice fluffy brush that I would use for powder, but there's nothing on this, and just sort of make sure that they're blended and there's no obvious lines. For eyes, I want to prime them with my Sculpted by Aimee Complete Cover Up, because I just find this is a great primer. It evens out everything on your eyelids and gives good hold to the shadows. I'm going to run it under my bottom lids as well, because if I'm putting any liner under there, it'll just give a bit of hold as well. So you can see that that sort of evens everything out. And the technique I'm going to use for applying my shadow is, I think it's called the rainbow technique, where I'm putting the three colours sort of in, you know, stripes and then blending together. So I'm starting with the pinky purple that I purchased last week from my MAC Pro palette, and it's called Stars and Rockets. Looks very scary, but it actually comes out quite sheer. And I'm also going to use my LA Girl Wander+Lust palette as well. So starting with a small little fluffy brush, I am going to go into Stars and Rockets, tap off the excess. I'm going to put that in the inner corner. And I'm not blending, I'm just placing it, and it looks quite shocking. Make sure it's down on the lash line too. And the same on the other eye. So you can see I've just placed that there. Doesn't that look lovely? So I'm going to go in with this little fluffy brush, which is Real Techniques, to this shade from my MAC Pro palette, which is called Tilt. So it's kind of, it's almost like a bluey, shimmery colour, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to just put like a stripe of that colour. So you see I'm not blending at all, just placing it there in a stripe. And I think this technique is called the rainbow. I've done it before, but I haven't done it in a while, so and then with a slightly bigger brush, that's just a little Primark brush. In the LA Girl Wander+Lust palette, I'm going in with this shade here, which is like a midnight blue. I don't think it has a colour as such, a name. And I'm going on the outside of my eye. And actually that's nearly coming up the same colour as Tilt in a way. It looks kind of similar. Now that does look scary, doesn't it? So I'm going to take a nice big fluffy brush, and I'm going to start at the inner colour there, where it meets, where Stars and Rockets meets Tilt. And I'm just going to blend in little gentle circular motions like that, just where the two colours meet, so that there's no join. Now can you see how that's blended out a bit by comparison with this side? And we'll just do the same there. You see that? It's blended out a little bit. The same thing where Tilt meets the midnight blue from the Wander+Lust palette, and I just blend, blend, blend. And you just keep blending. And if you're in doubt, keep blending again. It's the only way to get a seamless application of colour. Now, can you see how that's blended out by comparison with this side? So I'll do the same thing over here. I'm going to take a smudger brush. I think it's a MAC. I'm going to go into that dark navy, and I'm just going to run that under my bottom lids, my bottom lashes. It's kind of a mermaidy look, isn't it? Definitely out of my comfort zone. And just kind of joining those two colours together. For a tiny little bit of a highlight, I am going to use this colour here in my MAC Pro palette, which has a little bit of sheen in it, but I just need it for a little highlight, and it is the colour Shroom. So a clean brush and just apply that on the brow bone. And again, you're kind of blending until you've got the look you want. I'm going to line with Rimmel Scandal'Eye's. It's a Kohl Kajal liner. It's waterproof, and this is in the colour 008 blue. It's like a midnight blue, and this is practically budge proof. So once it's applied, I'm just going to run it along my the base of my top lashes, and then pull it out into a nice little wing. You see that there? And once this sets, it's pretty much set. So if you want to smoke it out, or you know, make it look sheerer, you have to work fairly quickly because it will set. So I'm just going to take this small little brush. It's not quite, I can't find my smudger brush, and I'm just going to gently smoke that out. I'm going to curl my lashes. I'll do that off camera. And then I want to just tightline a little on the top lashes to give them depth and volume. And it does make a difference. Then for mascara, I am using the Eye Voltage by SoSu by Suzanne Jackson. I just think this is a great mascara. I mean, of all the mascaras that I've tried this year, I think it's my favourite. It doesn't move, it doesn't flake. For my concealer, it's Inglot by Maura Elements Collection. This is the Endless Beauty Wand in Aria Glow, and you need a very, very small amount of this. So just literally where that darkness is. This is a little concealer brush from Real Techniques. I'm just pushing that in. I'm not moving it about. I'm just pressing it in. You could do it with your finger as well. I want a tiny little bit of shimmer on the inner corner, so I'm going back into Shroom, this time with my little finger, and I'm just going to pop it there. You see, it does make a tiny little bit of difference. You can see that it lifts the eye, and the same on this side. I'm going to line my lips with the Christian Naudette by Lisa D1. It's the Nude Sandals. Lovely neutral nude colour. So that's my liner, and then I'm going to use the Inglot AMC lip paint. It's number 53. I adore this. It just gives the most gorgeous colour and sheen to the lips. I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Now I need a little bit of powder just to set my under eye concealer. Sculpted by Aimee Velvet Veil. This is completely translucent. It is so finely milled. And then I just apply some powder where I feel I need it. Maybe across here, slightly, I suppose kind of around my T-zone. When I was younger, I would have had an oily T-zone. Not so much now, but it's probably where I would have most wear on my makeup. And this doesn't interfere with colour or anything. It doesn't mattify, it's magic. It is a velvet veil. It is very aptly named. I might just pop on another layer of mascara. I think I might need to blend a little more just here on the outer corner. So that is the finished look. So you can see why I was saying I didn't want too much emphasis on my cheeks or my lips, because the eyes speak for themselves. I actually love those colours. It's kind of a party look, not an everyday look. So I'm just going to fix my hair and I will be back in 2 seconds. So I'm back. I've just kind of put some curls in with my GHD and did a little bit of teasing at the back there. And this week it's not really about what I'm wearing. This is just a little blue shirt that I bought on Amazon. It's a sheer fabric, and I turn up the sleeves, and I suppose the colours complement, the colours of my eyeshadow complement the shirt. It's got a lovely little, I don't know, what's just like a little floral, it's really a polka dot I suppose, but it's embossed on the fabric. I'll see if I can find one to link, but I bought it like in the spring of this year. I just have it on with a pair of jeans. But I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you like the look. Let me know what you think. If you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, maybe you would think about hitting the subscribe button. I'm nearly at 2,000. I would love to make 2,000 by Christmas maybe. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you very soon in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.